All right, it's been a little bit of time now. We have been very impressed with this one. I just wanted to go over some things that you should know before purchasing. One, if you want a dehumidifier that is not going to take up a lot of space, but is also nice and quiet and gets the job done, this is gonna be one that you should check out. Just kind of going through the top here first. You do get this child safety lock, which is great, especially if you have children around or pets. Sometimes they can switch these buttons too. The speed is great because you can go through either high or low. Once you turn it on, you do get the current humidity level in the space. We usually keep it on high just because even on the high level, it is not loud. So we keep it on high most of the time. The timer you can set in hour increments, or there's also a continuous mode, which I'll get into in just a moment. Then once you go over to this side over here, you can set the actual humidity level that you would like, 30 all the way up to 80. There's also a dry mode, which is great, especially if you have clothes in the laundry room drying. Tested this last week because we're mostly using this in the basement and in smaller bedrooms, especially now that it is humid out. But we tested out the laundry room setting, the dry setting. It dried the clothes very, very quickly. So it's a great one to have there. And then of course, you do have the continuous mode to have it just running continuously, and then the power button. Now, going through the back, I like it because one, it is on wheels. So if you don't want to have to pick this up and lug this all throughout the house, like I said, we've been using this in different bedrooms and the basement. So you can move it around the room, or you do get these two handles right here on the side if you do want to lift it up. Plus, it does come with this filter. Now, this is great, especially if you have animals with danders, cat, dog, that you don't want getting caught within the dehumidifier. We've had that happen with previous ones. It is not fun. Just take this out and you can clean it easily with water. So that is nice to have. Plus, getting into the bottom, there is a tank. So this holds up to 30 pints of moisture per day, and it does cover up to 2,000 square feet. Just keep that in mind. So you can use it this way, which is actually mostly what we've been doing. As you can see, there is some water in there right now. Just emptied this recently. So it pulls the water out very quickly. Or of course, you can attach the optional hose if you do have like a sump pump or just an in-ground drain, say like in your basement. You can just put that on there and then have it continuously coming out. This does stop once it's full, which is nice. So it's not going to overflow, which is something I was a little bit curious about when I first got it. And that is 3.3 feet, that drainage hose. You can, of course, cut that if you would like to, but it is nice to have that. Now, going again through the front, right over here, this is not a big device, which again, when I first got this, I was curious if it would work well. And it does very nicely. It is not loud at all. We do like that a lot. A couple other things you should know, of course, this is the 360 swivel. So very easy to move, like I was mentioning before. And it runs on only 130 watts, which I also found very nice and convenient because I don't want to use up a lot of energy, especially with things like dehumidifiers, which a lot of times can take up a lot of energy. But this thing has been great. Like I said, we've had this in our basement, works very quickly. We've used this in small bedrooms. But you do also get that option for the laundry room if you want to dry clothes nice and quick. So if you're looking for a convenient, customizable, small yet mighty and quiet dehumidifier that you don't need to break the bank for, go ahead. Check this one out.